I saw Rogue One. I liked it. It might actually be at the bottom of my list of Star Wars movies. And as I say that, I recognize that that's scarcely more meaningful than trying to choose one's most unpleasant orgasm. Like, these are not experiences that can ever be thoroughly bad in any meaningful way. Um, I mean, this is coming from a guy who adores the prequels, but I think that the point still stands in some regard. Um, I mean, you know me. It this movie, it's like I want less war, more stars. You know, I go for the Skywalkers and their nonsense. I like that forced mysticism. But I'm also open to the idea that this isn't a Star Wars movie. It's a movie that takes place in the Star Wars universe. And that's what excites me, you know? Like, I've been exploring the expanded, uh, extended fiction of the Star Wars mythos in its myriad forms for 2 decades. Um, and that's what this felt like, you know? This felt like some random Star Wars novel that got exploded into a full film, and I want like I like so. I mean that's my main takeaway. Like I want to see what the next anthology thing's gonna be. I'm still most excited for the next canonical episode, um, but the fact that we're gonna get all these like um, glorified extended universe stories in uh, a full cinematic experience is wonderful. And I will say this: I kept hearing that Gail Garcia Bernal was the male lead, and I was on the verge of believing it. Um, and then I decided to do a modicum of research, um, which revealed that the actor is actually just Gail Garcia Bernal's friend. Now, my main association with the actual Bernal um, comes from my one lysergide trip in high school, um, wherein he somehow served as my anchor through the depths of it. This was due in large part to the fact that my friends insisted on intensive viewing of the signs of sleep at the beginning. Um, that was my first exposure to that actor. Um, Throughout the night, I kept referring to him by the phrase "that French dude." Um, he wasn't French. His character wasn't French. Uh, that I could not quite grasp that fact at the time. The movie took place in France. He interacted with French characters. Um, but my other anchor was Robert Plant, and I kept referring to him by Roger Daltrey's name. Um, I also seem to recall thinking that Rogue One was supposed to be more of a caper film. Um, and I might have preferred that to a war movie. Um, I'm just saying if you're gonna ditch the John Williams motif, um, you could replace it with green onions. Maybe consider that. Just as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a rebel. To me, being a rebel was better than being Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. Even before I first wandered onto Yavin for that covert retrieval job, I knew I wanted to rebel.